Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Bring It On. These torches are huge fire hazards. Put all these embers in the ground, and right next to a wooden gate at that.
I'll go ahead.
Alright, let's do some mercantiling, then we'll go talk to Irabeth about Woljif's quest. $534 gold. Also, let me take care of my companion's spells real fast. I'll keep him as is for right now. Yeah, I think that's fine. She has level 2 spells now, so let's give her bark skin, aid. Looks like only bull strength can go right here, so I guess we'll put bull strength right there. Actually, this might be better than aid. We know most enemies are going to be fighting are evil.
I know the way.
I've read this before. There's a traitor I'm trying to track down. Who's your informant among the Thieflings? Irabeth arches her brows in surprise. An Obris is threatened by a demon horde. You have enough spare time to help out thieves. Irabeth sighs. I don't like this, but I hope I know what you're doing. I'll tell you everything I know. I did not see my informant's face. He slipped out of a dark alley, handed me the note, and disappeared. Irabeth hesitates as she tries to remember. He had a cloak with a hood masking his face, but the horns, the long horns, didn't fit under it. There should be a guardian golem in Ancient Trees and Wonders, the shop they tried to mob. The owner gave us the construct's code word just in case. The golem itself was destroyed, but the head seems to be intact. You interrogate the thing and find out what it saw. The code word is Hand of Irori. The shop's owner must have escaped, but there's a chance he'll get lucky with the golem. Alright, let's go talk to a golem. Two hours to that. How about this? For some reason, to get to this one, we have to go all the way down through the market square, it looks like. But not for these. Let's take care of this then. My little icon. I wonder if that's specific to Cavaliers, if that changes depending on your class. There's this little guy mounted on a horse, holding a sword forward, and he's holding a banner. Which is exactly what a Cavalier does. I'm gonna heal up. Land a little bit, just to play it safe. The polished oak shelves once showcased magic rings and amulets. All that's left are the grubby handprints of the robbers. Please get me out of here, I can hear your footsteps. Pull me out. Hello? You can hold on a second.
I found something.
Some scrolls have been torn apart, some have been trodden by muddy boots. Demonic Heart. Scroll of Blessed Weapon.
What a find!
Polished oak shelf. Alright, that's the same description as the other side. Really digging the music. So much Star Wars-esque. Unique weapons and antique armor were previously displayed on these stands. Unlikely their new owners even know their true value. Formerly a well-appointed shop, now looks a sorry state. Has been completely ransacked. Lying in the corner next to a scorched wall are the soot-covered shards of a clay golem's head. The golem's eyes glow in the gloom. Master. Code word. Hand of Irori. Code word correct. Golem's eyes glow brighter. Awaiting orders. Where did you come from? Who created you? This golem was created by Gaffrainen and Son. Address 3rd building on the right, Jeweler's Alley. Nerocion, Mendev. Model G-504-ENE, which stands for Experimental and Enhanced. For all inquiries, contact Mr. Gaffrine. Or Gaffrine. Tell me about any suspicious people who came to this shop in the last week. The golem is silent for a moment. 56 individuals entered the shop. Human female, old. No male, old. Human female. We'll be reeling off customers till nightfall. We need to ask it in a different way. Were any of the suspicious people tieflings? The golem is silent for a while. Tieflings, 3. Tiefling male, middle-aged. Tiefling male, young. Tiefling female, young. I describe the young male tiefling. Tiefling male, medium height. Short horns curling backward. Medium length tail. Eye color yellow. Hair color black. Special observations, annoyed master. Horns, hair, tail. That sounds like me. But it's not possible. I know what the security's like here. I didn't come near the place. I give you my word, Chief. No special observations. Subject was unremarkable. There, see? Can't have been me. I described the middle-aged male tiefling. Tiefling male, medium height, long horns, medium length tail, eye color pale blue, skin color dark. Special observations, red hair. Oh, that's our traitor. I bet your life on it. Kerismei drilled it into our heads that we wasn't to go hanging about the shop. Red hair. We've got a couple of gingers. Plenty more who get it out of a bottle. So much for a special observation. Golems ain't all they're cracked up to be, eh? Maybe its master knows more. I described the female tiefling. Tiefling female, above average height. Hair, long pale. Tail not observed. Long horns. Eye color, blue. Special observations. Scar on nose, baldric with gold stitching. I don't know that one. New arrival most likely. Gold stitching, eh? Wouldn't mind getting to know her a little better. Enough. The golem is silent, waiting for an order. Where was your master? Philemon Fruliatros. My master is in his hiding place. Revealing the location of the hiding place is prohibited. 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 He likely holed himself up in the basement when the commotion started. The entrance should be around here somewhere. Now, where's the basement in this place? The basement is below me. I guard the basement. Leaving my post is prohibited. I found out everything I wanted to know. Now, we still have more to loot. Pipe Fox. Summons a Pipe Fox familiar. Pipe Fox provides a +3 insight bonus on knowledge, arcana, and +2 insight bonus on perception skill checks. Is it a one-time use item?
I'm here. Where else would I be? Don't mind me.
Oh, that's such a weird design. Only 2 gold, huh? That's disappointing. Finnian the talking weapon. Phew, free at last. Thought I'd be flattened like a pancake under that rubble. Much obliged. Darn, not in any pain. My head is still foggy for some reason. What's with all the hubbub in the city? The name's Finnian. I'm a Pathfinder. If there's anything I can do to help, I will. You're a Pathfinder. That's right. Finnian Dismar, Pathfinder Crusader. I roam around the world wound wherever my tasks lead me. Scouting mostly. But this last while I've just been hanging around in the Canabras, waiting until I'm needed again. I'm bored out of my mind. At least this shop makes for a better lodging than some inn. What I meant was, what are you? What's that supposed to mean? I just told you. You want to know where I hail from? Is that it? Well, I'm from around here, actually. We Kellids of this Starai clan fled when the world wound troubles began. I couldn't stand by while the demons wreaked havoc, so I came back. Or do you mean to ask about my weapon of choice? My best weapon is every weapon. I'm a skilled and capable fellow, if I do say so myself. I can swing a sword and poke with a spear. What I'm best at is communing with the spirits. They call folks like me phantom blades. A phantom blade? What's that? It's like a spiritualist, but with a twist. It means that some spirit took a liking to me at some point, and it can turn into whatever weapon I need. Handy, huh? I don't need any whetstones or enchantments. Doesn't take up space either. Although, to be fair, it's not a barrel of laughs. The spirits that bestow this kind of power don't come from happy places. They're not exactly bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. They usually appear after great battles that leave few survivors. The city is under attack by the demons. Wait, what? The last thing I saw was some thieves breaking in here. Then the guards came. Everyone is running around. After that, it's a bit of a blur. Right when things got intense, they dropped the cabinet on me. I couldn't even help the owner. I was just lying under the shelves like a dimwit until you came along. There are demons in Canabras. We must do something about it. The city needs every blade it can get. Hey, do you mind taking me with you? I don't think I can handle this alone. And besides, the more the merrier. How did you end up in this shop? Gah, I've been here so long I don't even remember anymore. Just sitting and waiting for any word from the Pathfinders. It looks like everyone has forgotten about me. The shop owner is an old friend of the Pathfinders, so I've taken up residence here. Alright, I'll take you with me. I swear you won't regret it. I can do all sorts of things. Is there anything your party is missing? A sword, a spear, a bow? Just say the word. Oh, it's down here. Cool. So he was a Kickstarter goal. And he cannot be romanced. I participated in a Q&A, and someone asked if you could romance Finnian the Talking Weapon. It's only +1. What does she have? Maybe we'll make her into a rapier for right now. It looks like he just changed it on the fly, which is really cool. Hail to the adventurers. You know, I've never regretted following you. Everyone seems to revolve around you, like beavers in a mill wheel. I have a lot to write in my report to the Pathfinder Society. Although thinking about it, it's been a while since I last sent them any reports. I want to talk about you. Sure, go ahead. But I haven't really done anything noteworthy yet. Do you realize you're a weapon? What kind of question is that? I mean, sure, the clerics keep going on about every crusader being a weapon of Iomedae. I don't speak of myself in fancy words like that. I'm just a lad with 2 arms, 2 legs, and more freckles than I'd like. I choose where to go and whom to fight for. I don't want to be someone's weapon, you hear? Eridan is dead. Everybody decides their own fate. How did you become a Pathfinder? I've always wanted to be one. Ever since I was a kid, I remember I'd go out to the edge of the village at sunset, and just keep walking until I got tired, or someone dragged me back by my ear. It was like something was drawing me away from home. My clan was a nomadic kind, and before the wound opened, the idea of traveling anywhere would never have crossed the minds of many in the clan. They were content with their community on their patch of land. And I always wanted to see what lay beyond the bend in the road, over that familiar hill, beyond the horizon. My father, he wanted to teach me to be a shaman like him. But as soon as I came of age, I was off looking for the Pathfinder Society. And I found it, and is, after 3 weeks of travel on foot. I passed their trials, and they accepted me. My father hasn't spoken to me since, but that's alright. Once he hears of my great deeds, he'll come around. Someday. All I wanted was to rush off to some faraway land, and find a treasure trove no one else had discovered yet. But I knew I had a duty to Sarkoris. When the wound opened, the demons, the havoc. In the end, I never went anywhere. But as soon as things calm down, I'm setting off to explore Aslant. I've already decided. A great ancient ruins. That's my kind of life. Being surrounded by the wreckage here is depressing, as I'm sure you know. Do you remember anything from before you ended up in Canabras? There's uncertainty in Finian's voice. I mean, A lot of things happened. Remember how happy everyone was when the wardstone was placed in Canabris? That was some celebration. Finnian is silent for a few moments. And I remember when the cultists took me, cut down my whole party, and dragged me to their ringleader. Don't know his name. Everyone just called him the Bladesmith. But after that, my memory is all fuzzy. For some reason, he didn't sacrifice me or anything. Just knocked me around. I'd been looking for a phantom blade for a long time. I don't remember why. How I escaped, what I did. Can't remember that either. Some crusader picked me up in the wound, brought me to Canabris. That's where I stayed, licking my wounds. Maybe there was a mix-up and now they think I'm dead. Why else would none of them contact me this whole time? The wardstone, you say? What you're describing happened decades ago. That's rich. Next you're gonna tell me I've been sleeping for decades. Last year that was. Or maybe the year before last. I could have been wandering the wound that long. I would have been either dead or an old geezer by now. Nah, quit messing with me. Finnian, you need to understand. You're not human anymore. Finnian's voice sounds concerned. Hey, are you feeling alright? Maybe you need to have a lie down. I'm standing right in front of you. Poke me if you like. As human as they come. Or do you think my travels have worn me down so much I've become an animal? Not happening. My folks taught me to stay human, always, no matter the circumstances. To remember who I am and never to shame in my ancestors. Are you still able to commune with spirits? Maybe I can, only they don't want to answer me. I'm still a spiritualist, a phantom blade. My power is within me, but I have this feeling like I'm separated from the spirit world by some kind of transparent wall. I keep knocking, but no one can hear me. I think... Finnian forces a chuckle. Guess all the Bladesmith's torture did a number on me. He broke something inside. I want to talk about something else. I'll go for it. Tell me about the Pathfinder Society. Oh, well sometimes folks curse our names, calling us opportunists who just want to line our pockets. But that's only part of it. We're travelers, explorers, solvers of mysteries, and fighters of evil. I mean, good coin hasn't hurt anybody yet, but for folks like me, it's not what matters most. We're curious to see the world, play a part in everything, stick our nose everywhere. Getting into our circle isn't easy. First, you must prove that you can endure any place you're sent to, that you won't shy away or flee. That's why you'll never catch a long line of applicants outside any society lodge. Every lodge has a venture captain. If they approve your application, you're in. There are many lodges all over the world, but the main one, the Grand Lodge, is located far away in Absalom. I've never been there myself, but I've heard a lot of stories about it, about the Decemvirate that governs all Pathfinder affairs from there. This sounds mean, but I do want him to realize that he is a weapon. That's all for now. I should get going. If you like chatting, I'm always here. I'll debate whether or not I should call him annoying.
I hope you appreciate this.
Hi, Philemon Fruliatros. The elderly gnome, so portly to be nearly spherical, is curled up in the corner of the basement shaking. Marauders, bandits, scavengers. Yeah, makes sense. We're all of those things and much, much more. Before you report us to the authorities, mind if we have a chat? Please calm down. No one's going to rob you. The gnome peers at you. You do look better dressed than the local thieves and ragamuffins. Came here to tell me that the nightmare is over. No, it's not. You're here to steal my riches. Get back. The gnome notices Woljif and his rounded face turns scarlet. You, Woljif, the dirty little sneak thief. Been sniffing around my shop for years. Finally worked up the courage to rob me, did you? Get out of here. You and your pals have taken everything already, I'm sure. The gnome seems to settle slightly. My name's Philemon Fruliatros. I was the owner of this shop. I'm not sure I can claim to be the owner of anything now. Hope there's at least something left of it. Oh, come off it. Your shop's fine. It's a bit ransacked, maybe. But nothing a bit of spit and polish can't fix. What? Okay. Where were you the night of the robbery? You think I robbed my own shop? I was here in the basement. I was told to make it look like I left. The Watch was very keen to get their hands on those Thieflings. They seem to be multiplying all over Golarion. So of course I did everything they said. I've been stuck in this basement since then. The golem wouldn't move away from the door, no matter how much I yelled at it. But then I thought that it was all to the good. Somebody came by after the guards and caused a ruckus upstairs, bellowing like mad, taking advantage of my absence. Tell me about the Tieflings that have visited ancient trees and wonders recently. It's such a hard word to say. Why should I tell you anything about my customers? You're not from the city guard or the Eagle Watch. Chief, he keeps digging his heels in. Just say the word. I know how to loosen his tongue. We'll try bluffing. I'm helping the Eagle Watch to catch the culprits. It's in your interest to tell me everything. They haven't got the Thieflings. I thought the city's finest were on the job, and the gnome size. You can't rely on anyone. Ask your questions then. It's so important. Tell me about Woljif. Philemon's face wrinkles in distaste. Woljif Jefto, right? Yes, I've known him a long time, but I'd rather not known him at all. He's been skulking around my shop for years, treating the place like a free museum. He always wanted to look at the moon of the abyss. I chase him out, but he just slink back in again. He was with the gang that robbed my shop. I'll bet you anything he swiped the moon. How come I'm the prime suspect? Whoever betrayed us all, that's the one who's got the moon. I want to see it return too. You get me? I don't like the idea of other people's grubby mitts on it. Tell me about the red-haired tiefling. Philemon falls to thinking. Red-haired tiefling. I suppose, yes, there was one who came in. Spent a long time looking around. He's a person of modest means. I could tell by his clothes. He asked me to show him an Aasimar-made chainmail. He certainly couldn't afford it. That's when I suspected that something was off. I checked everything after he left, but nothing was missing. That put my mind at ease. I can't remember what he looked like. I didn't get a good look at his face. All I remember is that he was wrapped in a green cloak like he was freezing. But that's all I have. That's it. With that description, we'll surely sniff him out. Come on, Chief. Back to Sister Kerismei we go to have a good, long shifty at all my brothers and put all these clues together. Something tells me our traitor isn't going to wriggle out of this one. Tell me about the tiefling woman. Philemon scratches his chin. A tiefling... Ah yes, I remember now. A noble lady, like the tiefling ruffians we have around here. She purchased magical equipment for the crusade. She promised to come again. If only all tieflings were like that, I'd be laughing all the way to the bank. Right, I found out everything I wanted to know. If that isn't enough to help you catch the thieves, I don't know what else to tell you. Now be on your way, and leave me in peace with my wreck of a shop. I don't know, Woljif seems awfully eager to blame the red-haired tiefling.
Follow my lead.
Do it once more around the shop, make sure we didn't miss anything.
As it should be.
Kerismei jumps her fingers nervously on the handle of her blade. Well, are you going to tell me who the traitor is? The name and the moon of the abyss that they stole. I don't need anything else. Take a good look at the suspects. The tieflings are tense and ready to reach for their weapons. The only redheads are Malrune and Dofi. The dark-skinned tieflings are Varnir, Dofi, and Melrune. Dofi, Melrune, and Tavi have straight horns, but Tavi is a female. Only Varnir and Melrune have green cloaks. I mean, that implicates Malrune, doesn't it? Longhorns, green cloak, red hair. I mean, that matches all the descriptions of the male tiefling. I mean, do I just give the name? We don't know for sure that he's guilty. Alright, I'm ready to give a name. Well, go on, tell her. Take a good look at the suspects. Yeah, same description as before. The traitor is Malrune. You'll pay for this. Vodiel and Hebzemira will get you in the end. Grab him. Take him away for questioning. Kerismei looks wary, but her earlier tension is clearly lifted. He confessed. Someone connected to the cult of Baphomet ordered him to steal the Moon of the Abyss. The best idea he could come up with was to drag us into it. He got the scroll to take out the golem. He betrayed us to Erebeth so that he could swipe the amulet in the chaos. He thought we'd get nicked, and he'd slink off to meet up with his customer. We got the Moon of the Abyss. Let me look at it one more time. My whole life I've dreamt of holding it in my hands, if only for a second. He said when he got to the window display, the moon was gone. He's lying, of course. He had time to hand the moon off to the person who ordered it. Bloody cultists. I don't really give a toss. I'm just glad we got to the bottom of this. What are you gonna do now? Clear out of this place. The sooner the better. The city's dying. I don't want to die with it. The city would have already died, if not for the people who stood up to defend it with weapons in their hands. So defend it. I'm not stopping you. It's your city. But we've always been outsiders here. Why would we fight for you now? And I joined the family. Kerismei burst out laughing. That's all you want? You have your pick of the non-tiefling gangs. You no need to tread on our territory. The family's for tieflings only. No exceptions. What are you going to do to the traitor? Kerismei nonchalantly picks at her nails with her knife tip. He'll be sent to visit his distant relatives on their farm. Think about what he did. Any more questions? I have to go. Good decision. I don't plan to hang around here long either. Kerismei turns to leave. Sister. Woljif nervously bites his lip. His cheeks are flushed and his tail is swishing through the air. You forgot something. What now? You should be happy to be alive. An apology. You promised to apologize to me, loudly, in front of everyone. We're alone now, but I still want to hear it. Well? That. Kerismei shrugs indifferently. So, sorry, I suppose, for being wrong about you, this time. Don't think that just because you didn't act like a jerk this one time, it cancels out the rest of your record. I know all about you. Till next time, Woljif. Yeah, that's the most pathetic apology I've ever heard. Kerismei's eyes harden, then she sighs. Alright. Fine. I'm sorry, Woljif. Let's part on good terms. Now apologize to me as well. When you falsely accuse my ally, you accuse me too. A flare of emotions pass across Kerismei's face. When she finally opens her mouth, words trickle out slowly, like each one is a struggle. I'm sorry to you too. To make it up to you, here. She pulls a key from her pocket and tosses it to you. And now, I'm leaving. Woljif watches her go, his tail relaxing. You made some impression on her. I've never seen Sister Kerismei back down before. Listen, Chief. You've got a spare minute. Come see me. I've got something I want to discuss with you. But for now, let's get out of here. I'm like sitting below ground when the building above us, or the building above, is ready to crash down on our heads. But we've got a key to this door, I think. Don't we?
I need to concentrate. Becoming distracted leads to becoming dismembered. That is not far.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
I guess it doesn't open it? I feel like it should. Oh, so we did use it. So she has to still be the one to...
I know what to
No,
do.
I guess I could have clicked on it with my main character.
Interesting.
Yeah, super interesting. If I stay back
I'll
to
let you
Chameleon.
back. Now what is that? I am helpful, am I not?
You're okay. Alright, Thieflings account book. Balance 2,500 gold. Daffy, alchemical tools and reagents, 185 gold. Dalna, violin, antique. Needs appraisal. 10 gold taken out. Woljif, magic scrolls, 420 gold. Tabby working the square, 15 gold. Note. I bet this one got 5 times the amount and pocketed the difference. Did he give that rogue a good scare next time? Kerismei, 80 gold taken out. Informers contacts other expenses. Daffy, working the market, 25 gold. Melrune, 70 gold taken out for tool replacement. Avi spices, 370 gold. Akrima, magic rings, 250 gold. Gort, hand-bound books, 180 gold. Appraiser, Valiant is worth 5 gold. Note, do not send Dalna on a job by herself. Kerismei, 400 gold taken out. Informers contacts other expenses. Kerismei, 1,000 gold taken out. Same reasons as above. Balance 2,390 gold. Here the handwriting changes drastically. The letters are now small, scrawly, and hectic. Balance 2,390 gold. But there's only 1,500 in the chest. Some jerk got their hands on my treasury. I bet my horns it's Woljif, that rotten mug. Next time I see that bloody swine, he's going to the farm. Just to be safe. I'm gonna read it in our inventory just in case we learned something. We did not. Okay. Well, neat.
I'll go ahead.
That quest is almost done, except for he wants to talk. Back at the tavern. We're not going to do that yet. We have plenty of exploring to do first, and we'll save that for later. Alright, I'm going to call it here. The next episode, we'll head to the market square so we can make it to the rest of these destinations. There's a lot to do. We have this other location. So I have to wait for the liberation of Canabras before we can do that one. But it says when the chapter is done. I don't know when the chapter ends. Okay, well there's a lot to do down here. Alright, either way I'm going to call it here. Next episode we'll head to the market and unlock the rest of the city, I guess. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.